You going with me? Huh? You going or staying? Come on. Get in there. Get in there. You know you can get in there. Go. 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 Get in there. Get in there. I might have to pick you up. You jumped in there the other day. Come on. Let's go. Come on. Pete, I'm going to leave you here. Come on. Pete. What's wrong with you? I'm going to leave you here. Come on. Morning, everybody. Jason, Pete, Hollis Farms. We are back on the John Deere 5101. I'm going to start working on some of these roads, just kind of cutting the side of them as we go. And I got a few other roads and trails that I'm going to cut. A lot of these things I don't cut but one time a year. Some of them I'll cut 2 or 3, just kind of depending on how much they get used and stuff. So that's what we're going to be working on mostly, is roads today. The sun is bright today. Sometimes it's hard for that camera to focus in the back glass. It's got a little dusty. Some of my spraying this year didn't do just as good as it has in the past. I either was going too fast, or the wind got it too bad, or something. It did pretty good. Of course, right here I didn't spray, just out there where you can see that little bit of brown. I mean, it still took a ton of the competition away from the clover, but some of it just wasn't as good as I liked. May have gotten just too big, a little bit of hurry, or some rain came in or something. But still a lot of clover out there. It won't be too awful long before I might have to hit that again. The further you get down here to the end, the clover is thicker. Where that clover gets really, really thick, it's kind of its own weed control. I mean, you can just about get away without spraying it, but it's always drill weed in it, so it's got some weed in it, so we want to get that out. But like right out there, it's just hardly any weeds, and them clover's so thick, it won't let nothing else grow. Some good briars and stuff out in them pines right now. You're liking that. This is one of the roads that always gets tall. Ride down through here on the Ranger with the windshield down, or the four-wheeler, and you get this old grass seeds or ants and stuff all over you. So some of these roads that travel quite a bit, we're going to kind of keep them cut. Don't take long for these old roads to grow up. Been looking in all these old mud holes and all, I hadn't seen a lick of hog root. Or where them things done gone to. These old roads ain't bad at all, but while I'm here, I'm going to go ahead and cut them. Probably won't have to cut these, but I cut them now. Right before deer season, I'll probably cut them one more time. That'll be good. Some of these little old gums and stuff start coming up in these ditches. Try to let the cutter hang over in there and knock them out. We don't want them to get no bigger. I'm just gonna make one pass right down this road, but I think I'm gonna go ahead and catch the edges of both sides, widen it on up. Alright, I got out and wiped the back glass off. Just dusted. See pretty good right there. Can you see better, Pete? That batwing bush hog would work down through here, but this 10-foot one really just works perfect. You don't have to worry about bumping a stump that was from the last cut, and it just works really good. Mike could make 2 passes with it, but really for what we use these roads here for, the Rangers and the 4-wheelers, this 10-foot's perfect. A lot of these roads that we're going to be cutting don't get a lot of traffic on them. They just used mostly for fire lanes. Got some really good fire lanes here. If we need to burn over here and don't want to burn over here, we'll just run a little small disc down through here where the fire won't jump. We leave all our loading pads. Like the next time this timber will get cut, this will be the loading pad we use right on the main road. So kind of leave them, got them marked on the maps. Then we got our fire lane. A lot of roads down here that get very little traffic on them, but they're here. I don't want to let them go more than 1 year and not bush hog them, because you get all them gum trees in them. Keep them bush hogged like this, and it works real good for your fire lane. Sometime if it greens back up, you won't even have to disc it, you can just burn. Too wet this year to burn. Alright, so here's what I'm doing now. I got back to the house. Had to get Sissy to run me to town and pick the FJ up. Had just a little body work, basically plastic work to do on the left rear on the fender flare and the bumper. Got that fixed, and now I'm headed over to the speed shop. One thing for sure I know we're gonna do, they say they got the Toter home ready, so we're going to pick it up. So we are spending the afternoon picking up fixed vehicles right now. Alright, y'all, so got to pick the Toter up. Had a company there in Vernon, Alabama that fixed it for us. It ended up, this air gauge right here, we're just assuming it shorted out somehow or another, And this part across here, he called it a light bar. And all the gauges and all jump off what he called the light bar there. He showed us the old one. It just pops in there and all the gauge wires and all feed off that thing. We're assuming since the gauge was shorted out that it got the light bar. But anyway, and the air conditioner the switch went out, I think is what it was. Anyway, didn't pay much attention to it. I know we got cold air now. We thinking that would just coincidentally happen at the same time as the air gauge shortened and get the light bar. Anyway, regardless, we got gauges now and we got air conditioner, so we're fixed. Back on the road with the Toter, headed back to the speed shop. Gauges and cold air. You never know what's gonna happen. Alright, y'all, had a pretty good day today. Got a lot of bush hogging done. Still got a lot to do, but got a lot done. Done a lot of riding today. Had to pick up the FJ and run over to the speed shop and ride up and get the Toter home. I'm glad we got that thing fixed. But anyway, been to call it a day. Appreciate y'all watching. Out of here.